AI Racers, David Polenz here with an Elite Performance Industries lap breakdown. This time racing the Legends car at the Nashville Mini Oval on this week's Legends setup from ElitePerformanceIndustries.com. Before we get to the lap breakdown, make sure you guys hit the follow and subscribe buttons and give this video a like. It's free and it helps more than you know get this channel going. This is brought to you by my sponsor, DPF Services LLC. Thank you to them. Their mission is to keep your fleet green with quality diesel particulate filter analysis, diagnosis, and cleaning services. Check them out at dpfservicesllc.com. But anyway, guys, it's time to rock and roll. We'll go ahead and show you some laps here at the Nashville Mini Track. I'm going to first show you a qualifying lap. Go ahead and get this ready for you guys. Here we are at the Nashville Mini Oval getting ready to do a Q run. I'm going to go ahead and let this lap run all the way through without me talking, and then you guys can listen to me break it down real quick for you. There's your qualifying lap. That's good enough for the pole, at least last season, and we'll show you guys here just how we did it. So we stay out wide here on the first lap. Immediately get out to the outside, get in our high gear. Get as much of a run as you can through 3 and 4. And as we're headed into 1, what you want to keep an eye on is just about how far we pass the stripe when you let off. It's really hard because there's not many marks on the wall, and all of them on the bottom are kind of the same thing. So we pass the stripe. We're going to go about 3-4 car lengths past it, and you can see this green cone to the left. Once that's in your view inside the cockpit, if you haven't let off by then, you're going too far. So that it's kind of good if you want to go back and watch your replay just to see about where you are. But this is a track you're going to have to more go by how you feel on entry. What I can tell you, back up the entry will help you a ton here, because even though it feels like you'll be losing time on that entry speed, you'll get so much drive up off and turn through the middle that you're just going to smoke everybody. You might even have guys running the back of you early on. So just be careful with that if you're backing a corner up and getting that speed. But anyway, this is qualifying, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. We're going to let off, boom, right there. We're going to roll in nice and slow, but we're already getting on the brake and the binder's very heavy early on while we're on the straightaway. As I turn in, start letting a little bit of the brake out, let the car roll. And it looks like I just put a little more brake, but just kept kind of coming back off of it by the time I start really getting wheel into it. You can see that brake percentage is much higher than usual. You're going almost 50% at one point, closer to 40%. But just kind of roll on that brake, and you'll see right when we pass pit road here is when we start getting out of the brake pedal, and we start rolling right back into the gas. We're on the gas before we even get to the concrete patch. Really leaning on that right rear to get this car to exit. That's why the car is going to be a little more towards the tight side feeling, but that's so we don't burn the right rear off of it on the long run doing these long late apexes. We come down, the left front's going to be right on this yellow line. See it down here on the bottom. But we're already back full throttle, so you can see right here just how quick it happens. You roll to that halfway point, and then as soon as that car is pointed, and here pointed is kind of a objective term here, I know that the car is going to make this turn and we're not going to hit the wall. So once you know when that car starts to rotate, you can kind of feel the car turning a little more. You really want to feed it more throttle hard and then come up off. As we head down into turn 3, drive in what feels like a little deeper, but we're really not. You can see where I am on the hash marks. Just past this gate, probably 3 car lengths. Maybe 4 car lengths. But right in that area, we're letting off. You can see this post up here. Fence post here. Fence post over here. it's going to go out of field of view, more likely that right side post, and you can let off right there. Let the car get to the bottom. This is Q lap, so I really kind of drove it in there pretty deep. Anyway, run it slow here for you. Sorry, guys. You can watch my throttle and brake inputs just over my shoulder there. This is a key thing to look at here in slow motion. Already getting off the brake pedal, still late apexing. Something big that's here is getting your tires as close to the grass without touching the grass. Once in a while you will touch the grass, but that is about as good as it gets. You can see right here we are right on that grass on apex, but you're not actually touching it. If you touch it, the car will slide the nose and you'll get either tight, or the car will actually kind of rock a little bit and you'll lose the steadiness and comfort of the car. You see already back to the gas, right at center. Pretty normal corner here. You're not late apexing too much, but we're super low. And what you'll feel is some bumps here on the bottom. You can kind of see the car start to rock right there. That means you're in a good place. For some reason, the car just has a ton of grip. Even though it's rocking and bumping all over the place, whenever I'm right here, I get this crazy drive up off. You can see how much throttle we're putting into it, and we're up on the straightaway. So I'll just run that all the way through so you guys can see it one more time, and then we'll go to the race lap. All the way up to the wall. Boom, that's your Q lap. All right, guys. We go ahead here and just find my race lap I wanted to show you guys. I believe this is the one. All right. I'll just show you exit of 4 so you see it's not a Q lap. We're going to come up off here. Gonna let off probably a little, probably about the same time on the front stretch. You can see this green cone to your left. I would not be looking at this during a race. I'd be going by feel, and I'd be kind of directing myself. You can kind of see the yellow line barely in your vision right here. I'd be directing myself towards that yellow line while still kind of coming in a little bit late. Get the car to turn, lay over kind of on that right rear. Real heavy brake that time, more towards 50%. And you can really see the car rolling over. I've actually even tried fixing some of that, and it slowed the car down. It likes to roll over. But I'll run it through here slow for you guys so you see the whole thing. Off the brake, or off the gas, excuse me. Right about that green cone on the left-hand side. We're already to 50%, almost on the brake pedal. A tick less, maybe 40%. Rolling towards the center here. Already off the brake for the most part, just kind of trail braking it, and back on the gas again, same as our Q lap here, just already getting in. Sorry about that. Already getting back to the gas, just barely missing this concrete strip. You want to get as low as you can without hitting it, and I could even go lower than that. Probably would have found a little bit of speed on this lap, but that's about right. Boom. And you can see there, we are coming up off already back to the throttle pretty hard. Drive down to 3, see the gate here. Similar to qualifying, we're going to be letting off. As the run goes on, I let off earlier and earlier. And I'll try to see if I can find a lap here that shows you that. About 50% brake again on the backstretch, actually a tick more brake than the front. Back to trail brake by the time we're really putting wheel into it and getting to the center. As soon as I'm off the brake, I'm pretty much already feeding it gas right at the end of this green patch of grass. Boom, back to the gas. The brake pedal's not even fully released. I'm sure my foot's off the pedal, and the car just rotates up off, and you just get this crazy run down the front stretch because of that staying low there. So as low as you can here. you don't want to scrub too much speed just trying to stay low. You want to roll that center. Here is big, low as you can go, and that way you don't come up off and plow down the wall. If you're coming up off and you're like got wheel in it and the car does one of these things and gets knocked loose, you're coming off of turn 4 there just either a little too hard, getting to the throttle just too soon, or you're not getting low enough on your exit, and you're not getting that grip up off like I got on these 2 laps. But that's about it here for Nashville Mini. Nice little short track. Have a lot of fun here, man. Can't wait for this week. Hope you guys enjoy it. You can find this setup at eliteperformanceindustries.com. You can also check out my graphics and car wraps site on Facebook. It's Elite Media Graphics and Car Wraps on Facebook, or at Elite Media Graphics on Facebook or Instagram, whichever you want to do there. Check that stuff out. And thank you again to DPF Services for their continued support again this season. And looking forward to seeing you guys next week.